Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Any doubts regarding what we completed last period? Do you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No. So we just started with cardiac cycle. So let us continue. Cardiac cycle, it's a contraction, cyclic contraction and relaxation of the heart for pumping blood. And there are three phases, three stages in cardiac cycle. Joint diastole, where both atria and ventricles relax. Joint diastole, atrial systole, where atria contracts. Then ventricular systole, where ventricles contract. So joint diastole, atrial systole, and ventricular systole. These different phases, they keep on getting repeated. Once a particular cycle, one cardiac cycle is completed, again the next one starts, and this continues in a cyclic manner. Let us start with the first one, joint diastole. As I told you already, in diastole, they relax. The different chambers of a heart relax. Atria and ventricles, they relax. Joint diastole, all the chambers of the heart, all the four chambers of the heart will be in a relaxed state. And the tricuspid and bicuspid valves open. So all the chambers are in the relaxed state, and the tricuspid and bicuspid valve. Tricuspid valve is the one which is separating right just let me take the pen 1 minute. So here you can see tricuspid valve and mitral valve or bicuspid valve. So in the beginning, I told you during joint diastole, all the four chambers will be in a relaxed state, and the tricuspid valve separating right atrium and right ventricle. Also the bicuspid or mitral valve separating left atrium and left ventricle will open. And once they open, the blood from right and left atria will move to the respective ventricles. From right atrium, it will move to right ventricle when the tricuspid valve opens. Similarly, when the bicuspid valve opens, from the left atrium, the blood will go to left ventricle. But how these left atrium and right atrium got the blood, or from where did they receive blood? Who can tell me? From where did right atrium received blood, or from where it is receiving blood? You know that in right atrium, it's impure blood. So from where it reaches there and who carries it there, you have learned in 10th. Let it be wrong. Nandana, you were saying something.
Different parts of the body carries impure blood back to the heart.
Yes, but which blood vessel? Which blood vessel?
Mm,
Anybody? Vena cava. Inferior vena cava and superior vena cava. Superior vena cava from the upper part of the body and inferior vena cava from the lower part of the body. This blood will be the impure blood, the used up blood. Oxygen which is supplied to the different parts of the body will be used up. It will be loaded with carbon dioxide. And this carbon dioxide rich blood will be carried from different parts of the body by vena cava and will be emptied into right atrium. And at the same time, on the left atrium, it is pure blood. It comes from lungs, pulmonary vein. It's not pulmonary artery because it's pure blood. Exemption I had told you yesterday, pulmonary vein carries pure blood. So pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood from the lungs and empties it into left atrium. So hope you have understood how from where the blood is reaching right. Yes.
Can you repeat that point once more?
Yes, 1 minute. Right atrium and left atrium. And from right atrium, it will go to right ventricle, and from left atrium, left ventricle. And here the passage is through bicuspid valve, and here it will be tricuspid valve. And right atrium will be receiving blood from vena cava. It will be getting blood, or vena cava will carry blood from different parts of the body and empties it into right atrium. And when right atrium contracts, or from right atrium, when the tricuspid valve opens, it will be emptied into the right ventricle. Similarly, left atrium receives blood, it's pure blood. So this will be brought from lungs by pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein will bring pure blood from the lungs and empties it into left atrium. From left atrium, when the bicuspid valve opens, the pure blood will go to left ventricle. And from right ventricle, where it goes, children, yesterday we discussed. Right ventricle will pump it to where?
Lungs.
Lungs for oxygenation. Who will carry to the lungs? Pulmonary artery. Similarly, from left ventricle, it will be taken to different parts of the body through aorta. Okay. So this you had already learned, the double circulation of blood taking place. Anyways, Steffi, is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let us repeat the same thing. When the tricuspid and bicuspid valves open, the blood from pulmonary vein and vena cava flows into the left and right ventricle through left and right atria. Not to get confused by the sentence, what they meant is pulmonary vein will bring pure blood. Pulmonary vein will be bringing pure blood to the left atrium, vena cava impure blood to the right atria. From there, they'll be moving to the respective ventricles when these valves open. Semilunar valves, that will be closed at this stage. So at the time of joint diastole, only tricuspid and bicuspid valves will be opened, but the entry or the opening area, or where the blood leaves, that is through from the ventricle, the blood will be leaving through semilunar valves. So that will be closed. Now the blood will be moving from the atria into the respective ventricles, but from the ventricles there is no outlet now, because the semilunar valves will remain closed. Only the tricuspid and bicuspid valves will be opened. Clear? Joint diastole, all the four chambers will be in the relaxed state, and the tri and the bicuspid valves open, allowing the blood present in the atria to move into the respective ventricles, but semilunar valves will be closed. Next is atrial systole or auricular systole. So during this time, SAN, sinoatrial node, they will generate an action potential. So an action potential will be generated by SAN, and this will, as a result or in response to that action potential or electrical impulse, the atria will contract. So atrial systole, during this stage systole, here contraction of the atria is taking place. In ventricular systole, ventricles are contracting. So atrial systole or atria will contract in response to an action potential generated by SAN. We have already learned that SAN, the natural pacemaker, it's auto-excitable. It doesn't need any external stimuli. Automatically, electrical impulses will be generated, and in response to that, the atria will contract. Now, when the atria is contracting, already the valves are opened, and when the atria contracts, there'll be better supply of blood to the ventricles. So earlier also in joint diastole also we discussed, when these valves, tricuspid and bicuspid valves open from the atria, blood will be flowing into the ventricles. But when systole or during atrial systole, atria will contract, and as a result, the passage of blood to the ventricle will be increased by 30%. This increases the flow of blood into the ventricles by about 30%. Now the next stage is ventricular systole. So joint diastole is over. During joint diastole, tricuspid and bicuspid valves open, permitting the flow of blood from atria into ventricles. But semilunar valves will be closed. And in response to an action potential generated by sinoatrial node, atria will contract. When they contract, there will be better supply of blood into the ventricles by about 30%. So 30% more blood will be passing to ventricles from the atrium. Now, ventricular systole. In ventricular systole, what happens? The action potential, already it was generated by SAN, sinoatrial node, and that action potential from there will be conducted to the ventricles now. So it was generated in the atrial wall, and from there this has to be transmitted into the ventricular side, and this transmission or conduction of this impulse will be brought about by AVN, atrioventricular node, and the AV bundle, from where bundle of His that will transmit it through the entire ventricular musculature. It was initiated by SAN and it made the atria contract, and then from there the electrical potential or the action potential will be conducted to or will be transmitted to the entire ventricles with the help of AVN, AV bundle, bundle of His, etc. And it will be spreading across the ventricular musculature. So in response to that, the ventricles will contract. And the contraction of the ventricles, you call it as ventricular systole. But when ventricle is contracting, now it is the turn of atria to relax. It takes place simultaneously. When ventricles contract, atria will be in a relaxed state. Clear? I'll repeat the points once again. In joint diastole, all the four chambers will be in the relaxed state. Tricuspid and bicuspid valves will open and the blood will be flowing from the atria into the ventricles. And in systole, in atrial systole, the atria will contract in response to an action potential generated by SAN. And when atria contracts, there will be 30% more supply of blood into the respective ventricles. This is followed by the contraction of ventricles. What makes the ventricles contract? The action potential which was generated or initiated in SAN will be transmitted into AVN, will be transmitted by AVN and bundle of His, AV bundle, together it will be transmitted or conducted along the ventricular musculature. So in response to this electrical impulse, ventricles will contract, and when the ventricles contract, atria will be in the relaxed state. During ventricular systole, atrial diastole takes place. In diastole, it will be in the relaxed stage. When ventricle contracts, atria relaxes. It takes place simultaneously, or in scientific terms, you can say during ventricular systole, atrial diastole takes place. Ventricular systole increases. You know, when the ventricle is contracting, there the pressure will be increased. When the chambers, ventricles contract, the pressure increases, and this will make the valves to close. Tricuspid and bicuspid valves will close during ventricular systole, so that when the ventricle is contracting, the blood will not be pumped back to atria. Instead, it will be going to the respective blood vessels, pulmonary, vein and aorta. Okay. Sorry, pulmonary artery and aorta. Have you got the points? Have you understood, children?
Yes, ma'am.
When the ventricle is contracting, there are chances that the blood, because the pressure there inside the ventricles will be more, the blood can even go back to the atria from where it came. But in order to prevent that, when the ventricles are contracting, the pressure increases, which make these bicuspid and tricuspid valves close. So when the ventricles are contracting, because of the closure of the valves, the blood will not flow back. Instead, it will be pumped to the lungs from right ventricle and to different parts of the body from left ventricle. Semilunar valves open. So during this stage, even though the tricuspid and bicuspid valves close, because ventricles are contracting, then definitely the blood has to be released, blood has to be sent to the respective areas. So semilunar valves will open and the deoxygenated blood will be pumped, or the deoxygenated blood enters the pulmonary artery, or from the right ventricle through the pulmonary artery, it will be taken to the lungs. And from the left ventricle, the oxygenated blood will be taken to aorta through aortic valve. So these two valves will get opened and they'll be moving to their respective areas. So once again, I will repeat. So we were discussing about ventricular systole. So during ventricular systole, the ventricles will contract. So when the ventricles contract, the pressure inside will be more. So this will make tricuspid and bicuspid valves to close. Why they should be closed? Because when the ventricles contract, the blood should not go back again to atria. So these valves will prevent the backward flow of blood. And even though bicuspid and tricuspid valves are getting closed, at the same time, which valves will open? Semi-lunar valves will get opened, so that from the right ventricle, the blood will be taken by pulmonary artery to the lungs. And from the left ventricle, the pure or the oxygenated blood will be taken to different parts of the body by aorta. Through which valve? Aortic valve. Any doubt? Any doubt? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, first part, can you repeat? Not when.
First part.
Not this.
I'll repeat the whole thing, the whole process. Let me conclude it first. The ventricles now relax. Already the ventricles have contracted. During the contraction of the ventricles, semilunar valves got opened and the blood was pumped into different parts of the body from left ventricle and from right ventricle into the lungs. Now the next is, so followed by, we know that alternate or rhythmic contraction and relaxation is taking place. Contraction will be followed by relaxation. Relaxation will be followed by contraction. This continues. Now ventricles have contracted, pumping the blood. Now the next stage is to relax. Now the ventricles will relax. So that is known as ventricular diastole. So when they contract, you mention it as systole. When they relax, diastole. So ventricular diastole takes place. During ventricular systole, the pressure became more or pressure increased. But when they relax, pressure gets back to normal. Pressure gets reduced. And as a result, because of the reduction in pressure, semilunar valves will now close. Now again the process gets repeated. Now the tricuspid and bicuspid, because now all are in the relaxed stage. All the 4 chambers enter into a relaxed stage. Again tricuspid and bicuspid valves open and this process gets repeated. Ventricles and atria again undergo joint diastole and the processes get repeated. A single cardiac cycle. So all these 3 stages, joint diastole, ventricular systole, atrial systole, all these will get completed. One cycle will get completed in 0.8 seconds. One heartbeat is same as one cardiac cycle. So when your heart beats once, these 3 stages are taking place. Joint diastole, atrial systole, ventricular systole. These 3 stages, 3 phases gets completed within a single heartbeat. That single heartbeat is same as one cardiac cycle. So per minute, you beat, so your heart beats 70 to 75 times. So every minute, so that is same as cardiac cycle. So per minute, 70 to 75 times, it's getting repeated. On an average, you can say 72 times per minute. And as I told you earlier, even though this is a normal range, depending upon in which activity we were involved, it can fluctuate. Soon after climbing up the steps or after doing some vigorous activity or manual labor, or when you're tensed or stressed. So all these can get fluctuated. Other than that, on normal condition, this is the normal heartbeat, rate of heartbeat. Okay. So quickly we will revise and then be ready to answer my questions. We started with this. Cardiac cycle means it is a cyclic contraction and relaxation of the heart for pumping blood. There are 3 stages involved: joint diastole, atrial systole, ventricular systole. Starting with the first stage, that is joint diastole. So during joint diastole, all the 4 chambers will be in a relaxed state. Tricuspid and bicuspid valves will open, allowing the blood from the atria to move into their respective ventricles. And during this phase, during joint diastole, semilunar valves will be closed. Only tricuspid and bicuspid valves remain open. Only one of these get opened at a time. When bicuspid and tricuspid valves get open, semilunar valves close. When semilunar valves open, the other 2 valves will close. Then atrial systole. During atrial systole, atria will contract. What makes it contract? They contract in response to action potential. Who generates action potential? SAN. Sinoatrial node generates an action potential, and in response to that, atria will contract. And what happens when atria contracts? 30% more blood will be pumped into ventricles. Then this is followed by ventricular systole. As the name suggests, ventricles will contract. But how the action potential reaches ventricles? By means or with the help of AVN, atrioventricular node, AV bundle, and bundle of his, the action potential will reach the ventricular musculature. So in response to that, what will happen? The ventricles will contract. And once the ventricles contract, what change takes place? The pressure inside the ventricles will increase. This will make the two valves to close. Which all valves will close? Tricuspid and bicuspid valves will close, and instead what will open? The semilunar valves will get opened. And once the semilunar valves get opened, they'll move the blood from the ventricles will move to the respective areas. If it is the right ventricle, you know, right ventricle contains impure blood. So it has to be oxygenated. So it will go via semilunar valve into the lungs for oxygenation with the help of pulmonary artery. Whereas from the left ventricle through aorta, it will be taken to different parts of the body. Okay. Then once ventricular systole is over, once ventricular systole is taking place, I told you atria will be in a diastole state. They'll be in a relaxed state. And that will be followed by the relaxation or diastole of ventricles. When ventricles relax, the pressure falls down or the pressure gets reduced, and then this will enable the closure of semilunar valves. And semilunar valves have closed. Now the tricuspid and bicuspid valves open, and all the chambers will be in the relaxed state. This process gets repeated. And the time taken for one cycle. So we discussed about the different phases taking place, and the time taken to complete it is 0.8 seconds. And cardiac cycle, one cardiac cycle is same as one heartbeat. So you can say cardiac cycle or your heartbeat is the rate of heartbeat is 70 to 75 times per minute. Okay. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Oh,
can you show the slide of atrial systole once again?
which one?
Atrial systole.
Atrial systole. Okay. Yes, Punya? You want me to
Okay,
explain
ma'am.
it or just to note down the points?
Ma'am, done.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Ah,
one heartbeat equal to one cardiac cycle. Then what was the last line?
the number of times your heartbeat per minute is 70 to 75. On an average, you can say 72 times per minute. Every minute, your heart beats on an average 72 times. Yes, Steffi? Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, what is meant by increases by 30%?
Means it, see, normally when it is in the joined diastole stage and the valves are opened, when the valves are opened, the connecting thing or the one which is separating them is getting opened, means blood will flow from atria to ventricles. Okay. But when it is when it is contracting, just like it's squeezed, the chambers are getting squeezed up. So better supply, the supply of blood or the passing of blood from the atria to the ventricles will be better. It will be increased. Okay. Normally
Okay,
also it
ma'am.
was flowing when the chambers, when the valves got opened. But upon contraction, its rate will be more. More blood can pass to ventricles. Okay. Now you can quickly summarize the cardiac cycle. We'll start with Michael. Yes, Michael. Fast you can. You just start by saying 3 stages. Cardiac cycle consists of 3 phases. Which are those 3 phases? If you don't say the answer for this, I'll make you say the entire cardiac cycle. Just name the 3 stages, 3 phases. You went in between to have something from the kitchen? You heard? You were attentive, then you should tell me the points. First one I'll tell. Okay? Joint diastole. You were not here. Wait, I'll make you say. Nandana,
Joint diastole, atrial systole, and ventricular systole.
Okay. Now, Malavika, tell me the first stage, joint diastole. And Michael, I want you to listen all these points. You're going to summarize at the end. Yes. Now he doesn't know. Okay, Malavika.
It is a relaxed state of all chambers.
Hmm.
And in this stage, the tricuspid and bicuspid valves remain open and semilunar valves remain closed. And the blood from pulmonary vein and vena cava flows into left and right ventricle.
So that can be confusing. You can say in your own words. Don't use the same line. From the right and left atria, they'll be moving into the respective ventricles. So if you want, depending upon the marks, you can even mention from where the blood is reaching the atria. Okay, that sentence is twisted up. You can say as you have understood. Okay, continue, Steffi. Next stage.
The atrial systole. Both the atria are contracted due to the potential action.
Potential action. Action potential.
Action potential
Who generates action potential? Sinoatrial node generates action potential. In response to that, atria contracts. Then?
And then it increases 30% of the blood flow to the ventricles.
Okay. Then Gayatri, hope Michael is listening all the points, or you are checking from the textbook. Yes, Gayatri.
Now it's the ventricular systole. Ventricular systole.
Very feeble voice. Speak loudly.
Ventricular systole. And in this, the ventricles contract by the action potential generated by the SAN, which is transferred by the other, AV bundles, his bundle of his. And
AV bundle and bundle of his.
And the ventricles contract. And the pressure increases inside the ventricles. By that, the other two valves will close and the
Which are the other two valves?
The tricuspid
and bicuspid valves will close and
semilunar valves will open.
Okay, now continue. Sania.
Semilunar valves are open and deoxygenated blood is carried by pulmonary artery and oxygenated blood is carried by
Okay. From right ventricle, deoxygenated blood will be carried by
pulmonary artery
through the semilunar valve to the lungs. And from left ventricle,
deoxygenated blood.
Oxygenated blood goes to that oxygenated blood should reach where?
Lungs.
Oxygenated.
To the body, parts of the body.
Parts of the body. Who will carry it? Largest artery.
Aorta.
Okay. Now continue. Anna? Anna was waiting for her turn.
The ventricle now relax and the ventricle pressure falls.
And one point we missed out. Sania, when ventricles are contracting, what will be the condition of atria?
Atria relaxes.
Yes. Okay, continue, Anna.
The ventricle now relax and the ventricle pressure falls, causing the closure of the semi.
Don't read, understand and then say. What have you understood? Just repeat those points.
Closes the falls.
Semilunar valves will close. Now, Punya, what is next?
The tricuspid and bicuspid valves are pushed open in the atria.
They will open and then that means?
Blood again flows back.
All the four chamber flows back. It will not flow
Starts
back.
flowing in the
Now
relaxed state.
again, all the 4 chambers will be in the relaxed stage and the process gets repeated. And Michael, now you can tell me in detail about ventricular systole.
There are 3.
You don't start from the beginning. Tell me only about ventricular systole. I know you might have prepared from the beginning. Now you tell me ventricular systole. We have less time. Systole indicates what, Michael? Systole means relaxed state or contracted state?
Contraction.
A contraction. So ventricles will
The ventricles will contract.
contract. What makes it contract? In response to what they are contracting? Action potential. Where was it generated? Where was the action potential generated? SAN. Where were you when the class was going on? Huh? What happened? All others answered. What is your problem, Michael?
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention, ma'am.
Tension.
Paying
Regarding what?
attention to the class.
Children, any other doubts? Yes, Steffi.
Ma'am, in the ventricular systole, the action potential is conducted to the ventricular side by AVN and AV bundle. So, SAN.
SAN, see, we already learned about the nodal tissues. 2 nodal tissues are there. SAN, AVN. So SAN will initiate it. And in response to that action potential, atria will contract. Okay. Now from the SAN, this will be transmitted to the ventricles via AVN, AV bundle, then bundle of His. Morning we learned, no? Starting from there, those getting branched and spreading along the walls of ventricles.
So,
Yes?
ma'am, how the point should be the action potential is conducted to the ventricular side by AVN and AV bundle. Is that enough, or should I add that SAN?
No, no need. If specifically that is asked, you can write that the action potential, or else you can present it like this. Action potential generated by SAN will be conducted to the ventricular musculature with the help of AVN, AV bundle and bundle of His. Okay. AVN arising from there, we have AV bundle, then we'll further branch and they'll divide into right and left branches, which further form, Sania, small fibers, you call it as Purkinje fibers. Everything together, you call it as bundle of His. Is it clear, Steffi? You want me to repeat it again?
No, ma'am, I understand.
Okay. So next class, we'll be starting with Michael's summarization on cardiac cycle. Agreed, Michael? Show your thumbs up. Okay, see you next class, children.